So 7th chords. Today we're gonna check out some must-know 7th chord positions on guitar. I joke about it with my students because I call them the survival kit. Basically, these are the positions that you absolutely need when you start finding 7th chords in the songs that you want to play. We're not going to go through the theory of all of them, explaining, the degrees that you find, third, fifths and stuff like that. But I do have a video where I talked about all of that, so I leave a link in the description below and also a card up here. So after watching this video, you can have a look at that if you're interested in learning more about the theory of these chords as well. That being said, let's start with the dominant 7th chords. Now for the dominant 7th chords, I suggest you to know at least these three positions. The first one has the root on the A string. I'm now playing a C here on fret number 3, and this is the first position, C7. Now what I like about this chord is that once you know how to play this, you can actually move it around all through the fretboard as long as you mute the top string and the first string. So if this is your C7 and you want to move it all the way up to an F7 on fret number 8, you get this. Another dominant 7th position to know with the root on the A string is this classic A7 shape. Now this is very common because you can play it as a bar chord. So if you want to play a C7, you'll be doing this. If you want to play a D7, you'll be doing this, and so on and so forth. Just moving with the root on the A string and then these two fingers playing the A7 shape. And then the last is an E7 shape, so with the root on the E string, like this, and again you can move this all through the fretboard, getting a bar chord coming from the E shape, caged system. So you can do a G7 like this, just moving the E7 here, A7, and so on. So for these dominant 7th chords, we saw two positions with the root on the A and one position with the root on the E. Let's move on now to the second species, which is -7. For these -7 chords, we're gonna see three positions as well. Only one will have the root on the A string, and it comes from the A-7. So even this can be moved anywhere you need it with a bar. So if I need to play a D-7, I'll place my bar on 5th fret, and then these two fingers are basically playing the A-7 shape, okay? If I need an E-7, I'll just do the same 2 frets forward, and so on. If I want the root on the E string instead, I can do this. I can move an E-7 like this, and the way you do it is barring the fret where you find the root and then only using one finger to play the E-7 shape. So this is, for example, a G-7 because my bar is on the 3rd fret. If I need an A-7, I'll do the same 2 frets forward. If I need a C-7, I'll do the same up here on the 8th fret, and so on. But I also want you guys to memorize this position for the -7th, which has again the root on the E string, but then you skip one string and you play a mini bar with the ring finger covering the same fret on the D, G and B strings like this. I find that this is very common and very important if you play R&B, funk, if you play jazz, and it's really a nice voicing of this chord. Okay, but again, this is a G-7 and it's the same as this. We're just selecting 4 strings out of the 6 that you're playing here. We're doing this, then this note, this, and this, getting this thing here. So for the -7th positions, we saw one position with the root on the A and 2 positions with the root on the E string. Let's move on now to the major 7th chords. For the major 7th chords, we're going to learn 3 positions as well. Now the first one comes from the C shape, and it's a C major 7 like this. Okay, even this beautiful chord, the C major 7, can be moved anywhere you need, as long as you mute the top string and as long as you don't play the first string. So for example, I can move it to F major 7 doing this thing. Or if you like to play the first string, you can actually do it and get this, which is the same, but you are just repeating the 5th of the chord. So if you want to just play the 1, 3, 5, 7, you stop on the B string. Again, guys, if you want to find out more about the theory, check out the links in the description below. Another position that you might want to know with the root on the A string comes from the A major 7. Okay, and this is amazing, and you can move it literally wherever you like it, just barring on the A string the root note and then using these 3 fingers to play the A major 7 shape. So if I need a B major 7 with this shape, I'll be doing this. If I need a D major 7 with this shape, I'll be doing this, and so on. Then the last major 7 position that we're going to check out today in this survival kit lesson is going to be with the root on the E string, for example this G here, and it's made by G, so the root now on the 3rd fret, then you skip one string and then you play this sort of A minor shape if you want here, getting a G major 7 like this. And again, once you're familiar with this position, because you are muting the 1st and the 5th string, you can move it anywhere you like. So if you want to move it to A major 7, you just move it here where you find the A, your root, and you play this. So far we covered dominant 7th, minor 7th, and major 7th chords. Let's move on now to the minor 7 flat 5 or half diminished chords. Now for these, I would like you to know 2 positions, one with the root on the A string, which looks like this. Alright, where the root is here, and again, you can move it anywhere you like it. And the other position that I would like you to know, for example, I'll be playing it now in A, so A minor 7 flat 5 is here with the root on the E string, and again, skipping the A and muting it, and muting the 1st string as well. Okay, so if, for example, you want to play a G half diminished, you can either go all the way up here and play this, or you can go down here and play this. And then the last 7th chord that you must know is the diminished 7th, the fully diminished 7th, not the half diminished that we played before. Now, in order to play this, I would suggest to learn at least these 2 positions, one with the root on the A, which looks like this, and then one with the root on the E string, which looks like this. They are both diminished 7th chords. Now, the nice thing about the diminished 7th chords is that you can actually move them by 3 frets. And you are just playing an inversion of itself, so this is always the same chord. If you're playing here a C diminished 7th, even this is a C diminished 7th, even this is a C diminished 7th, and this is a C diminished 7th as well. This is because this chord divides the octave in 4 equal parts. Or if you like it, you can think of it as an inversion, like an E flat diminished 7, G flat diminished 7, and so on. Again, if you want to find out more about the theory, I actually talked about these diminished 7th chords quite a lot, so I'll leave a few resources that you can check out in the description below. Make sure to check them out. Right, that's all for this quick lesson on 7th chords that you must know on guitar. Please let me know in the comments if you knew them all, or if you have other chords that you would include in this list. Also, don't forget to check out all of the resources that I will leave in the description below if you want to find out more about these chords. And let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this, maybe showing you how you can play all of these chords with the root on the D string. As always, thanks for your support and for watching this video. Like and share this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Ring the bell so that you get notified when I'm about to go live and when a new video is up. The Bearded Guitarist here. I'll be seeing you in the next video.